Tisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Friday, September the 12th, 2014. An Israeli family's vehicle was attacked with stones and bricks after they mistakenly entered an Arab neighborhood in Jerusalem last night. As you may have seen on IBA News, the family from Ramat Gan took a wrong turn on their way to an IDF swearing-in ceremony at Jerusalem's Western Wall, ending up in the East Jerusalem neighborhood of Wadi Joz, where their car was pelted by rocks and bricks while several vehicles purposely blocked their path. Fortunately, they were able to escape by driving on the sidewalk to get out of the area. The father of the family was lightly injured by a rock that hit him in the face. Police were investigating the incident and looking for those responsible for the attack. The Jerusalem Post reports that officials from Israel and the United States held high-level talks in Washington last night to address the threat of ISIS, the recent Gaza conflict, as well as other issues facing the region. The talks are part of a series of strategic dialogue held twice a year. Last night's talks were led by Israeli Strategic Affairs Minister Yuval Steinitz and U.S. Deputy Secretary of State William Burns. The State Department said that representatives of both sides agreed to take action to help rehabilitate and provide humanitarian aid to Gaza and also help strengthen the Palestinian Authority. Fallen IDF soldiers of Israel's Druze community were remembered in a special event and ceremony today. 15,000 people took part in bike rides and races between the northern Druze villages of Dalit el-Carmel and Isfiya, in honor of the communities fallen in defense of the State of Israel. Israeli leaders, including President Reuven Rivlin, spoke at the event. Rivlin took the opportunity in his remarks to address U.S.-led efforts against ISIS. He said the West has realized it cannot sit with its arms crossed in the face of terrorism, and said he hoped that unity among nations would send a clear message that terror has no future. Israel's Minister of Defense Moshe Ya'alon and IDF Chief of Staff Benny Gantz also participated in the Druze Tribute today, where Gantz said, "We come here as an expression of partnership, friendship, respect, and unity among Israeli society." The Druze are an Arabic-speaking religious minority in Israel who serve in the IDF. They live mainly in the northern part of the country. Jewish organizations are commending Texas Senator Ted Cruz for standing up for Israel. This after the Republican senator was booed off a stage during an appearance at the In Defense of Christians, or IDC, conference held on Wednesday this week, when he made references to Israel.
Tonight, we are all united in defense of Christians. Tonight, we are all united in defense of Jews. Christians have no greater ally than the Jewish state. If you will not stand with Israel and the Jews, then I will not stand with you. Thank you, and God bless you.
National Director of the Anti-Defamation League, Abe Foxman, commended Cruz for addressing the significance of supporting Israel and combating the persecution of Christians in the Middle East. Foxman said, "We express deep appreciation to Senator Cruz for his brave and unflinching defense of Israel and the Jewish people," adding, "At the same time, we are dismayed that an event designed to draw the world's attention to the serious problem of the persecution of Christians in the region was turned by a vocal portion of the audience into yet another opportunity to bash Israel, the only country in the Middle East where the practice of Christianity is protected by law and where the Christian population is growing." Following the incident, president of the Christian group Tufik Balklini released a statement condemning the hecklers, calling them politically motivated opportunists, who he said chose to divide a room that had sought unity in opposing the shared threat of genocide faced not only by our Christian brothers and sisters, but our Jewish brothers and sisters and people of all other faiths and all people of goodwill. The reform movement in the U.S. is once again partnering with the Gift of Life Bone Marrow Foundation in an effort to save lives of patients with blood cancers like leukemia and lymphoma as well as genetic disorders. 75 Reform congregations across the U.S. will hold bone marrow registration drives on Yom Kippur this year. President of the Union for Reform Judaism, Rabbi Rick Jacobs, said, "We are proud that so many of our congregations recognize the importance of performing good deeds during the high holidays." Founder and executive director of Gift of Life, Jay Feinberg, said the congregations will be conducting the greatest mitzvah of all, pikuach nefesh, saving a life, during this special time of year. And turning now to our Shalom TV programming for tonight, Friday, September the 12th, at 6 o'clock, live Shabbat services from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed at 7:30 with New Jewish Cinema, featuring director Diane Couris, who describes how she used the story of her parents meeting in a French internment camp as the foundation for her latest film, For a Woman. And looking ahead to the weekend, on Sunday at 6 p.m., L'Chaim will feature U.S. Pay czar Ken Feinberg, who describes the experience of meeting with 9/11 families as he determined the compensation each would receive from the government. That's here on Shalom TV and ShalomTV.com. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Friday, September the 12th, 2014. I'm Tisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.